Here's why low expectations destroy drive. The reason is mainly because our systems are designed so that the lowest common denominator or the slowest person can keep up with everyone else. If you think about the school system, tests, exams, even driver licensing, basically any kind of certification, any kind of training, any kind of education, university, you find this pattern of designing for the lowest end of the mean curve. So this means that for the average person, you can achieve far more than the expectation of the system, which is weird. So it means it's not designed around averages. It's actually designed around, the lower end of that. And this means if you're above average, you can go even further, far more, than anyone might expect. So the way to think about this is basically that if you're driven, and drive is something anyone can cultivate, you don't need to be born with it. It's not a talent, it's simply a skill built by practice. You can choose to progress not just 2 or 3 times faster, but like 50 to 100 times faster than your peers at whatever it is you're doing. And part of the reason that works is because knowledge scales exponentially and expertise scales exponentially. So as you get better, you also get faster at getting better, and that just keeps going up. So realistically, you could complete a full semester of university education in a few weeks or less. And all this really takes is a willingness to put in the effort and sit through some of the barriers of discomfort and like ignorance that will inevitably come so that you can then break through them and make these sort of quantum leaps in your understanding. And what you'll find is that this is possible in nearly every area in life. Why are some people at their jobs able to perform 100 or 1,000 times more effectively than their colleagues? Just investing like 50% more time could compound to returns of, 50 to 100 times the effectiveness over a year or two, which is insane to think about, but really that can be all that it takes. So basically, it's worth asking yourself, what are the key parameters for this thing that I'm trying to master, and what are the things that I can do more of so that I can build that mastery more quickly? And I think this is also self-fulfilling and self-energizing. So the more you do it, the more enjoyable it is, and thus the easier it is to do more of it. So really, I just think low expectations destroy potential because they make us think of mediocrity as normal. But mediocrity is the exception, not the rule. And the reality is the vast majority of us don't need to be mediocre if we don't choose to be. But it's what we've been trained to think is normal and average.